What is going on, guys? We are here finally with the final episode of Peaky Blinders. This is going to be a doozy because this is movie length episode here to wrap up the series. I will have my series review at the end of this reaction, so make sure you check that out. I'll talk about, of course, I'm not going to go through all the seasons to talk about it as well. My review has always been just my thoughts on the series, the impact that it had on me in general. My reviews are very, very subjective, and I always say this because people always come to my reviews and make it seem like I'm trying to provide some sort of objective viewpoint, and it's never that. It's always a subjective viewpoint. Reviews are always subjective, guys. No matter how people want to do reviews and tell you that it's not subjective, it is a very subjective matter. It's how you feel about about that experience. So we're gonna jump into the final episode of Peaky Blinders, man. I am ready to see how they wrap the series up. Last episode was one of those, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those that you knew that something is coming to an end. I don't know what kind of impact this is going to have on me at the end, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna miss the show or whatever the situation is. It was definitely an incredible journey, so I will be talking about that. But anyways, let's jump into the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review.
The smoke from your daughter's funeral still in your clothes. Did you slip with someone? Not just someone. The enemy. Every enemy we ever had in one woman.
There are some things that I do, Lizzie, that I
You're
want
not so good at lying anymore, Tommy. These days the truth gets in your eyes.
I'll have to go to Canada, Lizzie. I need to know where you will go.
See, you just accept it. You don't fight it. You are cursed, Tommy. Never to understand the limits that other people will accept. Never to be allowed in where everybody else is. Curse never to be lifted.
I will be away, Lizzie. And while I'm gone, I know a place.
Always gone, always away. But now your rings are gone. Your rings are away. I'm already packed.
Where are you going?
Leave me to say goodbye to Ruby.
Oh, all right. I mean, we know what's going on. We as the audience know what's going on, but Lizzie she's not understanding, like she's not getting it. I don't know if any of this is gonna bring to light. I mean, Tommy he doesn't care. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't care. This is not the first. This is not the first. I don't understand. I guess this is the last straw for her.
I have to go away for a bit, Charlie. Look at me. Hey, look at me.
Mum already told me she's leaving. And she told me why. Mum, I'll come with you. I'd rather be with you. Wherever it is. You're not my mum. But you're more my mum than he's my dad. He's never here. I'll be on my own, it.
Oh, Charles, love. I don't think your father would allow that.
You can go. You can go, son. I know a good place. Lizzie, I'll arrange that place. Hey, Charlie, you can take him, hey? Life stables at this new place. After a while, he'll listen to you. He'll forget about Ruby. That's how horses are.
And you'll be here all alone?
I'm buying land, Lizzie. I'm buying up land. This place I bought, I was gonna knock down, but you could go there.
Dad. Where will you go?
Arthur tells me when they were taking care of some business at the betting shop, you ran away.
It was unfair.
Fairness is not a soldier's concern. You do what
Well,
you do.
That's true. Fairness
I
is not
already
a
have
soldier's concern.
Fair and square. I have killed a man.
Tommy's always right.
We were outside Hospital in Bridgenall, in the Black Country. My mother was dying. And the orderly wouldn't give her a bed. She's a gypsy. She had no insurance. She never saw the sunrise. Nor did that man who denied her.
Just one more thing we need to know about you. Can you keep a secret?
Oh, no.
I know. I stole your keys.
Oh, that's what he knows. Okay.
Fuck you, Tommy.
I don't need anyone to know, Arthur.
No, you don't, do you? Don't need anything, do you?
No, I don't need anything. I don't need anything. How long have we been down for? Hey? At least now I'll have a certificate.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. All them bullets that missed. It's funny is what it is. When everyone is taken care of financially, I'll take myself away on my own. I don't want anyone who may or may not love me to have to see me crawl or grow insane or helpless. That would be a cruelty to me and to them. By the time people know the truth, I will be gone.
What about Lizzie?
I have some papers I need you to sign on behalf of the company.
Told Lizzie.
I'm working with the housing minister. I will be allocating contracts, construction contracts worth £10 million.
We haven't told Lizzie.
Some of the contracts I'll be allocating are with companies in which we have an interest.
Fuck you and your contracts!
So the Shelby Company Limited will continue to earn money. But mostly, Arthur, I'm doing it because it's a good thing. And before that, I will be going to Canada to collect payment for the shipment. £5 million!
Oh, 5 fucking million!
Which I will share among the Shelby family. And that will be my legacy. Instead of me, there will be money. Because for most of the people who are close to me, that is what I am. Kid Money. That is my agency.
Is that all you think you are, eh? Hmm? Stand up. On your feet. Stand the fuck up, come here! No! No! You hear me?
Enough! Enough!
Uh,
No,
you
you
can't
don't.
even.
Until I'm gone.
Till you're gone, yeah.
When the time comes, I'll call you.
All right, the situation is this, right? From Tommy's perspective, and most people when they're dying, that's how you really know when people are, the people who actually loves you, you know, and it's always very few. The amount of love that people ask for you, your immediate family. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, usually is very distraught. They don't care about anything else. They just want to see you healthy. They just want you get what I'm saying? So I think when it comes on to Arthur, Ada, I think they would feel a little bit different. Lizzie, of course, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't want to tell anybody because he doesn't want to go down that road of people pitying him, feeling sorry for him and stuff like that. I think that's the angle where he's coming from. But I think that the other stuff that he said about money being his legacy, and people has always looked at him because he's the money, so he doesn't necessarily care who loved or didn't love him. You know what I mean? Because he's like, for most people in his life, that's the only thing that they've always seen him has is the money. It was never for him. You know what I'm saying? And Tommy has always done what he needed to do to get by. You know what I'm saying? To get the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? We have watched the show and seen his successes. We've seen the failures to be where he is today. So he's not 100% right in his perspective as what he's trying to do, but I definitely understand why he's trying to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Arthur, of course, being his brother and being, him supposed to be his older brother, and to be honest, if Arthur was like for the few years or whatever, or for the last 3 seasons or 2 seasons or whatever, where he turned to drugs and all of this other stuff, and now, you know what I'm saying, kind of being off of that, and now finding out that his brother is going to die, like, it must be killing him. And I understand where he's coming from, and he's trying to figure some way, or you know what I'm saying. I don't think he's gonna keep it a secret to be 100. Like, I think he's gonna tell, at least he's gonna tell Ada. I think out of everybody, your brother and your sister needs to know. They need to know.
Are you sure you want Billy? I had to shut up the shop.
Yes, we want Billy.
Sit down, Billy.
Billy almost lost his
Thank
nuts.
you for inviting me, Mr. Shelby.
Good to see you again, Billy.
Mary says not until after 6 o'clock. He said to tell his father he feels okay about it.
Good. Shut the door, Duke. Be trashed.
Apologies, Mr. Shelby. We still don't speak the lingo.
Well, Finn here never even bothered to learn it.
Touchipun. Truth. He said something about the truth.
Truth. Truth is, I call men here that I can trust, because I will be going away. I have to collect payment for a shipment of goods which left Liverpool 10 days ago.
Payment from who?
South Boston Irish, been bootleggers.
You going alone?
Johnny Dogs has already sailed for Canada. Michael will be there. Michael, his family. Michael will be my guarantee of safety. But while I'm away, I have a job for you all. I need you to go to Arrow House. I will be leaving Arrow House for good. And there are things that need removing. There's information about important people that is more value than gold. There are also bodies buried on the grounds which need digging up before the contractors start moving earth. Isaiah, you'll be in charge. In Arrow House, there is a wine cellar. In that wine cellar, there are fine French wines that are worth more than a man's life. You're welcome to them, boys. It'll be like a farewell party. You ready for the party, son?
Andy's in the Terabyt.
Terabyt. The fucking truth again. What truth?
You'll need shovels, you'll need boxes. You take the bones to Mr. Patches to put in the furnace at Greenham's.
Mr. Shelby.
Party's next Sunday, Billy.
You mean this Sunday?
Yeah.
While you're digging fucking holes, I'll be here drinking champagne with my wife. It's our wedding anniversary.
Right.
Good news, Michael. Listen. That was our informant in Birmingham. The Shelby men will all be together on Sunday. But Arthur will be having dinner with his wife at the bar at the Garrison Tavern. Maybe our people could just drive by and shoot Arthur through the glass without even getting out of the car.
This business is between me and Tommy.
Yes. And when you kill Tommy, Arthur will come after you. He has to die too.
If Arthur's in a bar, he'll be drunk. Or worse. And he still die without pain.
Y'all are wildin'. I think Tommy knows that this dude is that dude is a rat. I think he know that Billy is a rat.
Connor has connections.
I know Tommy just looked at it like, why the fuck you asking so many questions? It's like, when, where y'all gonna be, and all this other questions you asking.
Whilst the assassin's in the city, Tommy has a son.
He's a kid.
Kids grow up.
We don't kill women and we don't kill kids.
The informant also mentioned a new boy named Duke.
Do you want a fucking bloodbath, Jaina? I know about the new boy. I've decided that the illegitimate son is not a threat. My decision. Only Arthur.
What about Finn? You ever feel like
I was going to have this delivered to you, but I decided to bring it in person. It's an invitation to mine and Diana's wedding. It's in Berlin. We're going to get married in the presence of the Führer himself. Are you having fun?
Making paper aeroplanes.
I'm afraid, I have business. I will be in Canada.
Pity. Oh, and the other reason I wanted to bring this in person was to tell you that after our wedding, you must understand, Mr. Shelby, that if you so much as look in my wife's direction, I will have you killed. Come, Diana.
Wait a second. It's my fault? It's your fiance all on my nuts, my guy.
Old institutions like this one will be swept away and become a thing of ancient memory. Fly safe.
So your wife is all on my nuts, but you angry at me.
Be careful with this, baby. See any potholes? Drive around them.
Mr. Shelby called to say to expect you.
Yeah.
come to do a bit of gardening.
We're hearing so many rumours about what's happening to the house.
Tommy says your second best quality after your baking is you don't ask questions.
There was a storm last night. Last of a hurricane. Boats all came in.
He's not coming by boats, he's coming by plane.
Then your friend is dead. Wayne was like...
Maybe God's done your job for you, Mickey, huh?
My name is no fucking Mickey, there is no fucking God. And Tommy will be here.
What the fuck is this? I thought it was meant to be a fucking party, lads. It is now, you're here.
Where's the fucking booze?
In the kitchen. All the booze is in the kitchen.
All right.
I think they setting up Billy, man.
Why don't you turn the fucking lights on, eh? There's no longer any power in the house of Thomas Shelby.
Why not? What do you mean? What happened?
I thought there were going to be girls here.
Who needs girls when you're in an house bound for hell?
Fuck do you mean? Hey, what the fuck do you mean?
We can do whatever we want in this house.
He's got a death sentence.
I don't want a drink.
Are we going to dig up those fucking bodies, yeah? Billy?
Yeah.
Gotta wait until all the bodies are buried before you start digging them back up.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm a fucking Shelby.
So am I.
What the fuck is going on? Who is dying? Who is dying, bro? Like, is it just Bill? Are they killing Finn too? What? Or Finn just in? He's just in the dark. He doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? This is all just an elaborate plan. I just don't know who's gonna die. You get what I'm saying? I just don't know. I think he's planning to take out everybody that he can take out. You know what I'm saying?
Charges said the blue in 30
Because
minutes.
if Billy,
that's
if
exactly
Billy,
16:20. Everyone got that.
I'll do it. This is between me and Tommy. I'll do it with my own hand.
I'll come with you.
Easy. Mother was a gypsy. She saw the future. She always said it won't be a bullet that'll kill Tommy Shelby.
Take the gun, Finn. Arthur says if you don't do it, then you can walk away from this family for good.
What the fuck do you know about family? You're not family. You're the son of a fucking whore.
that's harsh. Still your
Just take the gun.
nephew, my guy. Still your nephew. No matter where he came from, that's still your nephew.
Now you have the gun. Finn, you have the gun. Use it on these fucks.
Does he know what Billy is? He really just turned the gun. Finn.
Charles Strong told me. When you give Finn the gun, make sure the first two chambers are empty. Good old Uncle Charlie.
Yeech. Where are you going?
You are no longer a member of this Shelby family. By order of the Peaky fucking Blinders.
I will come for you. I will fucking come for you.
For what? For what, Finn? I thought he knew what's good. Come on, man. They had to get rid of that dude. They should have at least explained to Finn what was going on, though. Why Billy had to go. That's why I said this is all one elaborate plan planned out by Tommy to take care of all the loose ends and, you know, take care of the fascist people, the Irish connection, all that stuff they're planning to get from under these people's thumbs. There's supposed to be a drive-by here. Oh?
Order your man to drop it. Order him. Empty the fucking gun, tell him. You alright, Charlie?
All good here, Arthur.
Let's move. Take you out to the streets. I don't want to spoil my pub.
You'd shoot us like dogs?
No, I don't shoot dogs. I shoot fucking fascists. Move.
Did he get shot? I think this is the dude that Michael sent. It doesn't seem like anybody expected. Why is she walking out into the open? Somebody got shot. Damn. I think they killed the preacher, probably. Well, the preacher left, right? Isn't she like right behind him? So what? The sniper is just... Watch your back, Arthur.
Oh Lord! Time for the chosen one to reveal himself!
Was that somebody else? Or did somebody just kill the sniper? Hear bullets and they're like, let's go see.
Jeremiah, let's show him the old keepsake. Passion down.
Oh shit. Damn. That looks so freaking menacing, dude. Oh, he was there too.
Her name was Elizabeth Gray. She was my Aunt Polly. My
Vengeance is for the Lord.
Not in small Heath, it ain't. Rest in peace, pal.
Okay.
I see him coming out of the fog.
You don't have the balls, Michael.
We want you to take us to where the opium is being stored.
And then we will provide you with a banker's draft for the full amount.
$5 million. $5 million.
Let's go. Shit. I got me cigarettes.
Now, isn't he supposed to set it off, but it's not gonna go off? How long does it take to get cigarettes? This eerie ass music they play right now. Alright, the bomb did go off.
It's done. It's over.
I don't think Tommy died, bro. Yeah, you gotta show me that shit. You gotta show me that shit. I need to see a body. There's no way. There's no way. It's the wrong car. The wrong car. It's the wrong car. Somebody switched it.
Johnny! Johnny, where are you?
Johnny Dog switched it.
Switch the ticker like you said, Tom.
Bruh.
A good thing here, Tom. Goodbye, Michael.
Goodbye, Johnny. You're a good man.
That's why he sent them.
Speak to me.
I wonder if he saw it from when he
Speak
was.
to me, Michael.
You killed her.
Well, they made their own choices, Michael.
No. No one close to you makes a choice without your opinion, Tom. Not Arthur. Not me. Not Ada. We can't escape you. Your lethal hand is always on our shoulders.
I mean, literally all Tommy really has to say to him is that, "Don't worry, I'll be
Well,
dead
that
in a
was
year
after me.
anyways."
Still visits me in my dreams. She'll visit me no more.
Damn. Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded, bro. Bruh. Bruh. That was cold-blooded, bruh. Damn. No chill, bro. You're not even looking at him and be like, yo, that's Polly's son. Nah, bruh. You tried to kill me?
I smell the roasting Irishman. Oh, yes. Also smell the smell of tobacco, which is forbidden in my presence for all except for one, my new wife, Edna. The Irish being rendered smoke and fat. I now own half of Boston, so out of respect for my restored authority, put the fucking cigarette out now, Tommy. Yeah, look at that little cunt ascending. He's ascending to the heavens right in front of us, before our very eyes. And I can see with this eye, I'm not blind. This eye is the eye of a dead man. Dead men can see through life like it was a curtain that billows with a flicker of truth upon it. And I can see with this eye, Tommy, that your nephew is ascending and he will be forgiven. Unlike you, who on Judgment Day is probably truly fucked when the other shoe drops.
Michael.
better served expressing it to someone who gives a fuck. Or perhaps to somebody who is being paid to pretend to have to. Like a fucking nurse. Or a priest. Someone. And as for death, speaking as someone who has been dead for a number of years, I can only heartily recommend it.
Well, Alfie, your opera is complete. Shall we go and witness the final act?
Whenever you're ready, boys.
That's enough. Thank you all for coming. Well, at least I can say that I am one of those rare politicians who actually makes good in his promises. Country estate.
Requisition to make way for houses for working people.
I'd like to raise a toast, a simple toast. To family.
To family.
Family. Sometimes it is shelter from the storm. Sometimes it is the storm itself. Planning on going away for a bit. After I'm gone, Ada, in this family, it was you who was born to be a politician, not me. Remember that. And if ever a seat is to become available in this ugly old city, you should run.
Where's Arthur?
He went for a walk down the river. Said he's not good at farewells, so he decided to go catch a trout instead.
Farewells.
He told me to tell you that where you're going, Tommy, there will I be. Very soon. Love, Arthur.
Ada is wondering what the
know where you're going, Tommy.
You watch him, Linda. You love him.
Ada is wondering what the fuck is going
Charles.
on. I think Arthur
you to look after
told
your mum.
Linda.
You tell her I'm sorry. Hear me? I want you to be the best.
Exactly how long are you going away for, Tommy?
Yeah, this is not a regular goodbye, bro.
Tommy, you tell me right now, where are you going?
You have to carry the bucket on your own this time, Ada.
Tommy, you come to me with everything. You always come to me.
Not this time. Not this one, sister.
What the fuck does that mean? Where are you going? Tommy!
1 month later.
In the bleak midwinter. Did Polly send you?
You're not dead. You're not even sick.
But I am, my darling. I'm sick. Sick like you was.
No, not true. I know it. You've got to live, Daddy. You let the fire go out. Light the fire again and get warm, and you will see that you must live.
The hell? Do you think what? Was this the play all along from them? This is how they had planned to get rid of Tommy? This dude is a fascist, his doctor. His doctor is a bro, this is talk about unexpected, bro. Like, how you gonna do this when there's like 5 minutes left in the show, bro? So this dude told him he had tuberculosis to get him to just give up and take himself out of the game. And basically, as a result, Tom would have probably killed himself anyways. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. he sees him in the picture, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that the doctor? Yeah. That's him. That's him right there, bro. He was at the wedding. Bruh, that's crazy. Yo, they wanted him to kill himself. Damn, Ruby came in with the clutch. Told the man he was sick and he wasn't sick, bro. That is some sick shit.
Fucking gypsies.
Have you thrown the tinkers off the top field yet?
Well, I went
It's
up to the
Charlie,
caravan,
bro.
sir, but there was no one there.
Well, go back up there and set
Curly.
fire to the fucking thing.
Who is this?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it looked like Charlie for a minute.
I hear Chancellor Hitler himself was the best man. You've been my doctor now. For 3 years. Never knew you were so well connected. I went the doctor at St. Thomas's. Who you sent me to for the second opinion, second set of x-rays. A maid of honor at the same wedding. Also very well fucking connected. And Denise Halford. I'm guessing you people all decided that the only person who could ever kill Thomas Shelby
It's Thomas Shelby.
Thomas Shelby himself.
Yo!
You made me believe death was coming. Let my nature do the rest, eh?
You may not have tuberculosis, Mr. Shelby. But you are sick. I know you.
And you guys aren't?
Sick with guilt. Sick of death at your own hand. Sick of who you were. You are no longer the kind of man who would kill another man in cold blood.
That's funny.
Tommy, you have been on a journey from the back streets to the corridors of power.
You just gave him all the ammunition he needed to become to remain that man, or even become that man again.
God no longer belongs in your hand.
Oh, really? Bruh. You literally gave him a purpose to live again.
Oh, but I am back.
Get him, Tom!
Back from under the ground.
You just gave that man all the fuel he needs to live now.
Close your eyes. The 11th hour.
Armistice. Peace at last. Peace at last.
All right, so let's talk Peaky Blinders, man. Let's talk Peaky Blinders. This being the final season of the show, let us talk about the show. Now, I must say this. I must preface this by saying once again, my reviews are subjective. So when you come on here and you comment based on what I say and you disagree with me, just understand that you're disagreeing with a subjective review. Okay, just understand that it's all about how I feel about the situation. It's not about, I'm not trying to capture or consider your feelings inside of my review. This is just how I feel about the show. And to be truthfully honest, you can't be expecting anything negative from me about the show. I've loved this show since the first episode that I watched. Fell in love with the characters. You guys know how I felt about Tommy, you know how I felt about Polly, how I felt about Tommy, Arthur. I have gone into details on how I feel about these characters. John dying, all of the stuff that happened throughout the entire series. You guys have known how I felt about it because I took time to talk about these things during my reactions. Now, if you're watching, if this is the first time you're watching me watch the show, the link is down in the description for the playlist. You can go back and check to see what I had to say about the show throughout the seasons that I've watched. Okay. I'm a little sad that this is how it ends, but it is a very fitting ending. It is a very fitting ending. I have no problems with the ending at all. I would have probably loved to see another season of him going up against, you know, the fascist movement and stuff like that, because they put him in that position. You know what I'm saying? Even, and the thing about it is this, to me, when it comes on to watching Peaky Blinders and see how things went and how things progress, we've watched these characters basically go from absolutely nothing to basically a gang of bandits to making a name for themselves, building the Shelby Company Limited, and just becoming the bosses of bosses. You know what I'm saying? They have just we saw them do that through blood, sweat, tears, conniving, thieving, everything we've seen them do. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in my review. You guys already know I use 3 things to judge if this is your first time around. Let me tell you guys what those 3 things are. I use rewatchability, and everything is on a scale of 1 to 10. Rewatchability, sound and video, all in, put those 2 together. So cinematography, sound design, how they do their score, stuff like that. Put that all in one category and just judge it from 1 to 10, right? And also, we talk about the story, the plot. You know what I'm saying? What did they do right in my eyes, and what things they could have done better, or whatever the situation is. Story, we judge the story, right? So let's talk about it. So rewatchability. Would I watch Peaky Blinders again? That is a hell yes. I would definitely watch Peaky Blinders again, whether it be through watching somebody else do reactions to it, or just picking it up, you know, 5 years from now and say, let me watch through Peaky Blinders again. There may be some things that I missed while watching it, you know, just through the characters alone. I'm pretty sure that there was stuff that was foreshadowed and stuff like that that I probably missed, but for the most part, this was a very straightforward story, kind of storytelling, so there wasn't much foreshadowing to be like, oh my god, this is what's been happening. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get a lot of those moments, but you know, but it is what it is, right? It was still a great story told. So I would still want to watch this again, just to hear them say Peaky Blinders again. By order of the Peaky Blinders is one of the most iconic lines that I would say in the history of me watching TV. There's not, and this is probably, I think this is the first show. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that, because I actually watch, even though a bunch of people never liked the Royals. I think the Royals was based in the UK as well. So the Royals was a show that I used to watch, and the only reason why I watched the only reason why I actually like that show, because I'm obsessed with Elizabeth Hurley for some reason. Ever since I saw Elizabeth Hurley in what was the name of that movie again? It's a movie movie she did with Brendan Fraser back in the day, and she played the devil, and I became obsessed with the woman. And Elizabeth Early is probably the only celebrity that I follow on Instagram. Literally, she's the only celebrity that I follow on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Even though, and she's aging so gracefully, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, she has the money to make herself still look young, Botox, whatever. I don't know if she's ever done anything like that, but she still looks good today. Her body, everything looks good. I hate to go off on a tangent about it, but I just want to give you guys a quick history. I think this is probably the second show that's like based in the UK or telling a story of the UK that I've watched, because I was watching the Royals before I started watching Peaky Blinders. That was years ago, right? So I think the Royals did get canceled or whatever the situation is, but it was one of my favorite shows to watch, you know what I'm saying? At the time, it was one of my favorite shows to watch, and as I said, the story was good. I liked the story in the Royals and all that stuff. It wasn't anything like the Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is a way better show. Don't get me wrong, but as I said, I kept watching the show because you know what I'm saying, I'm literally, I'm not afraid to say it here. I literally feel like I'm super infatuated with this woman, and I don't know why, but but I think that has waned over the years, but it's still interesting to see her in things. You don't really see her in any acting roles of late because she stopped acting a lot. I think what happened with her and all this other stuff, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. So I don't want to go off on a tangent on her because I love talking about her. Let's just let's just put that aside for a second. Okay, so rewatchability is definitely I'm not gonna put it at a 10 out of 10 though. Not put it at a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give my rewatchability, the chances of me watching this again, it's gonna be like a 9 out of 10 of me watching this again. Maybe, you know, I'll remember about this show because of what it is and what it represented to me. I may pick the show back up again, and definitely I can see myself rewatching this, getting the DVD set or Blu-ray set, whatever, off the show and rewatching it again. So rewatchability out of the way, let's talk about the audio and the visual. This was definitely a 10 out of 10 to me. I don't even have to wait. The visuals, the time period, everything that they did, the cinematography, the clothes they wear, everything about this when it comes on to the visual aspect was on point. It's like you're being transported back to the 1930s or whenever. I don't remember the era this took, seriously, like the exact year, but it was around that time, right? It was around that time. It's a lot of things that they brought up. They talked about prohibition, all of these other stuff that came into play, right, during the show. Kind of gave you the feel of what it was like back in the day. If you look at the wardrobe of that era, you know, the style, the way how people dressed, they got that down to a T. You know what I mean? So I have to give them props for that. It was well done. You know what I'm saying? The sets that they had, the way how buildings looked. You know what I mean? If you ever looked at, you know, picture books of, you know what I'm saying, of how buildings used to look back in the day versus what they look like now, you know what I'm saying, you'll get an idea of that, of what I'm talking about when I say that they hit it spot on and they stayed true to the era. Whether it was, I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff was shot, I don't think it was, I think a lot of the outside areas, like when they shot like outside, like in the hills and stuff like that, that stuff was definitely done on location. That wasn't green screen. I think a lot of the sets, I think a lot of the housing settings and stuff like that, those are done in sets, or maybe they probably like rented out some rich person's house or something like that to shoot some of the house scenes, because some people in, you know what I'm saying, still keep their house classic, especially if it's like an estate and stuff like that. They don't really change much. They don't change it to be modern. They may have some modern things inside of it, but they never really change the outlook. Some people still like that classic look, how their houses, like, especially, you know, some, you know, individuals upper echelon rich people, right? They like to keep that classic look. So I'm pretty sure that they did, you know, probably like rent it out, you know, or maybe, you know, maybe even one of the actors too, that's, you know what I'm saying, maybe own one of those houses or something like that, and they decided to just shoot some of those scenes inside of their house. Who knows? So the sound design, very well done. I like the fact that a lot of the things in Peaky Blinders, you don't hear a bunch of songs playing in the background. I don't know how people enjoy things that do that. I don't know, but hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? For me, I like when shows, TV shows, movies, I like when they take time to get rid of background music and just have dialogue. Let us hear what the characters are saying. If you're going to have soundtracks in the background, please don't let them have lyrics while people are having dialogue. I don't know. I don't know how people enjoy that. But as I said, to each his own. To each his own. If that's something that you enjoy about watching movies or TV shows, then that's fine. But for me, I enjoy dialogue more than I enjoy music being played in the background. Like, if you're going to play music like in between scenes or whatever, make it a great choice, like what Peaky Blinders do. Make it a great choice in music, something that fits what's going on, something that instantly the audience can resonate with that. And it's a skill. I'm gonna say this, it's a skill. When you see, there's a reason why there's an Oscar given out for original score in movies. There's a reason for that, because it's a skill. It's a skill when you can use that music to let people instantly gravitate towards what they're watching, immersed into what they're watching. So it is a skill, and that's the reason why I talk about it, because it is extremely important to a person's enjoyment when it comes on to whatever they're watching. But people do enjoy things differently, so it's as I said, subjective, right? So what I've been waiting to get to, the story. So the story involves, you know, talking about the characters, the plot line, you know what I'm saying, what they told us, what they taught us during this series. Peaky Blinders was basically a story about a gang, right? If you want to break it down to brass tacks, it was a lot more than that built upon over the seasons. But if you want to break it down to a very simple thing, it was a story about a gang, right? About a gang and their family. It's kind of like The Godfather. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like The Godfather. You're watching how these people go through life, how they build their wealth, how they, you know what I'm saying, how they operate, the inner workings of things, how other people outside of the scope view them, and all these other things that interconnect with it, you know, family, the criminality of it, everything that, and it makes you love these characters and fall in love with them, because they're doing things, and you know, you have characters in the, you know what I'm saying, you got people in the family that don't agree with what they're doing, they want to get out, you know what I'm saying, it's just contentious, but because they want to live, because they feel like this is the way to do it, that's what they're going to do. And it's just an amazing thing to watch. It's just an amazing thing to watch, because at the end of the day, even though we may not choose to live like that, we wish we could live like that. And I'm not saying this because, you know, if you ask anybody, right, if you could rob a bank and rob $1 million and get away with it, if the police gave you a pass, you would never go to jail or anything like that, would you still rob that bank? Would you still rob that bank? It's still a choice, right? You still get the choice to not do it and do it. But guess what? If you do it, there's no repercussions. You won't be prosecuted. You won't go to jail. That is a promise, right? That is a promise that you would never go. There's no law against it. Would you still do it, knowing that you are robbing other people and taking taking the bank's money or whatever the situation? Would you still do it? And I promise you, probably about 90% of people, I would be one of those people. I would tell, yes, I would definitely rob that bank. I'm not even questioning it. You know what I'm saying? But because they are consequences to doing it in real life, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that if the scenario presented itself like that, would you do it? I really do believe that at least 90% of people would still choose to rob that bank. They will choose to rob that bank because there's no repercussions. There's no consequences, right? So that's the reason why I come around to the term that a lot of us as people, we make a conscious choice not to be criminals, right? We do. It's a choice that we make in life. So the people who do choose to be criminal, they make that choice knowing that they could be caught, that they could get in trouble, that they could go to jail, right? That they could end up killing someone. You get what I'm saying? They know this and they make a conscious choice. So when we out here, you know what I'm saying? We know that we're making a choice not to be criminals, right? They understand as criminals that, you know, no matter how much power you gain or whatever the situation is, there's still this looming shadow that's always there. Is like, tomorrow could be the day. Tomorrow could be the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, man, where you can sit there and act like that is not the part of us that resonates with when you watch stuff like this. Is be like, man, I wish I could do this shit, man, but I can't because I don't want to go to jail. So I'll just watch it and fascinate. You know what I'm saying? We'll just watch it and just be fascinated by people who are actually doing it inside of a fictional world, because this is what it is. It plays on our you know what I'm saying, our viewpoints. It plays on that. It looks to that. That's why movies, that's why media, that's why TV shows, that's why anime, that's why all of these things work with us. Because a lot of times we wish, like, you watch anime, you wish you had those powers, man. You wish you could turn Super Saiyan, could go kick some bad guy's ass or some shit like that. So it plays on your emotions and how we view things, right? And how, you know, the conscious choices that we make in life not to go this route, not to be a criminal. And we see that as like, oh my God, that is so cool, right? But, you know, nobody's sitting down watching a show like this and be like, you're a bad man, and you're gonna be you know what I'm saying, I could never be you. And you know what I'm saying? So we fall in love with these characters, right? We do fall in love with these characters because of what, you know, it plays on that immersion that we kind of crave, but we have made conscious choices not to be that way in real life. So I usually would talk about the criminality of it all, right? And what they do. But we've seen them growing up. We've seen this family go from nothing to something, and how they got there. They did it as criminals, right? They killed people, they robbed people. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot. They did a lot of wrong things, and we should never model our life after these things unless you're making that conscious choice to be a criminal and knowing that there's that looming shadow of the consequences that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, looking over your shoulder all the time, thinking that, oh, the next up could shoot you in the head at any moment. I wouldn't want to live like that. So I've made a conscious choice not to be a criminal, right? So it's to the point. That's not to say that we don't make mistakes in life, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that we don't make mistakes. Or, you know what I'm saying? Even if you choose to not be a criminal, you could be doing something that's wrong, that you don't know that it's wrong or against the law or something like that, and it happened. But negligence doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Negligence does not cause you to not go to jail. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't get, it's not, you can't claim negligence. You know what I'm saying? You can't claim negligence. Like, I didn't know it was against the law. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, it was wrong to rob that guy. You know, you can't claim negligence in court. You're still going to get locked up. So we got to be very careful of what we do. And we do make mistakes, and sometimes you got to pay for those mistakes. And sometimes it may be harsh. Sometimes you may get let off with a warning as well. You know what I mean? So this story, the way how it ended was great. Throughout is probably like, what episode was it? Was it like episode 3? I think it was like episode 3 or 4 that we found out that Tommy had tuberculosis, right? And it turns out it was not true. They basically set it up that way. The fascist people, they set it up that way to let Tommy kill himself, because they know that that's the type of person he is. And when somebody knows you're the type of person that you wouldn't be able to bear the pity or people looking down on you and be like, oh, if we tell him that he's sick, this is, you know what I'm saying, he will kill himself. I didn't know that this is the route they were going. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, oh, you got one more thing left to do, Tommy, and we know what it is, right? But then Ruby came in clutch and told him, is like, yo, you gotta live. Nah, you're not sick. Like, that's crazy how they use, you know what I'm saying, that supernatural aspect that they've been talking about with the gypsies throughout the series. They used it at the end, you know what I'm saying, to kind of build on that plot line. Because I said, in the context of the show, as I talked about it before, it works. But in the context of real life, it's a bunch of bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of bullshit. I don't believe in fortune tellers and all of this other stuff. Like, I don't believe in it, bro. I don't believe in it. But that's, as I said, that's subjective. You may believe in that gypsy stuff. I don't. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot that comes with stuff like that. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into all of that. But I love how they use it in the context of the show. Of course, finding out at the beginning of the season that Polly in real life, the actress, passed away, and then you guys let me know that she died from breast cancer. You know, it was sad. It was sad because Polly was literally my favorite character in the show. If you guys go back and watch my reactions, you will realize that she was my favorite character in the show, because she was the one that was keeping everybody in check. She was the mom of the gang. She was the mom of the family. She was the mother. Everybody went to her for advice. She advised everybody, whether it be through supernatural means or whatever. She was always that guide that kind of kept Tommy in check from doing, you know, stupid things, or showed him a better way that he can do things to get a better result. She was always that one, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then talking about Arthur, I think, and this is my opinion, guys, this is my opinion when it comes on to Arthur, I'm gonna say this. Arthur is probably, out of everybody in the show, that gave the best performance throughout this series. And I'm not saying that lightly. You may disagree, but I think out of everybody in Peaky Blinders, this show throughout 6 seasons, I believe Arthur gave the best performance throughout as an actor. I respect everything that he did in this series, and that's not to say that Cillian Murphy did not kill this fucking role. Is not what I'm saying, because they're right up there. But I'm giving Arthur the edge because of the arc he went through, because of the different things. Tommy remained basically the same person throughout the entire series. It's like when Tommy does something, sometimes it's unexpected, but it's never like you know what I'm saying, like you're thinking about it. It's never like that. When Tommy does something, you may think about it for a little bit and be like, I could see him doing that. You know what I'm saying? I could see him doing that based on his personality that he's being portrayed since the beginning of the series. He was all over the place. This man is the most unpredictable personality in this series, right? Most unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen in the scene with him. You just never know. His acting was so good to portray the character that Arthur is. That he's the older brother, but he doesn't act like it at all. In the beginning of the show, yes, but they know Tommy was next up, because the thing about it, like, Arthur never really had the bigger picture in mind, because he was the leader of the Peaky Blinders for a little bit there, but then Tommy took over because Tommy had the bigger picture in mind of where the Peaky Blinders can go, where they could be, instead of just being, you know, just ripping off people and doing these low class stuff. He had a bigger picture. It's like, dude, we can do this and become something. You get what I'm saying? Instead of just being these low down dirty thieves, we you know what I mean, are just, you know, beating up people or killing people or whatever the situation. We can be so much more than that, and he took the Peaky Blinders to a whole new stratosphere. So shout out to Tommy for that. When it comes down to Arthur, man, Arthur just has the best performance out of everybody in the show. And you guys know how I love Polly. Every time she was on screen, she was killing it. Ada, great performance. You know, she did the same. She was always the factor. She was always the factor that was like, I don't want any part of this. It's, you know, when you're built for something, but because it's against the law per se, right? You just don't want to get involved. It's kind of like what Tommy told her at the end there, where it's like, you were built to be a politician. You were born to be a politician, and you should run the next time there's an empty seat. Because to tell her that, and she actually thought about it, because she does have the talent for it. That's why Tommy could, you know what I'm saying? Tommy can't call Arthur and be like, yo, go take care of this for me while I'm out. You know what I'm saying? He can call on Ada anytime, and Ada is she just walks right into the role and she's in control. Love that about her. You know what I'm saying? And she knows how to command respect. She knows how to, she's a Shelby. You know what I'm saying? She's a Shelby, if you want to put it in simple terms, right? She's a Shelby, man. Even though she doesn't want to be, she is a Shelby by far. All the characters, man. All the characters did an incredible job throughout this series. I have literally nothing bad to say about this. This was an incredible show. This was an incredible show, and I'm gonna give it a 9.9 out of 10 overall. The story was fire, 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9.9. You know what I'm saying? That 0.1 that I'm taking off is not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. They did an incredible job for 6 seasons. I don't know how many episodes it was, probably around 70 episodes or something, or probably less. I don't know how many episodes, because they was doing 6 episodes per season from, like, I think the first season was the first season 6 episodes? I don't think so. It's not a lot of episodes. I don't even think what is it, like, maybe like 6 seasons, maybe about, I think it's probably about 40 episodes or less or something like that. But to bring us on such a journey with having such short seasons just goes to show you that shows don't have to be 10 seasons, man. They don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? We in the final season of The Walking Dead, season 11. Did they need that much seasons to tell the story? Probably yes. But at the same time, there was these huge lulls and bad seasons that they had in between that were very subpar. You know what I mean? So you get 6 seasons, whether it be 6 episodes or whatever, 40 episodes of a show, and absolutely incredible. I'm experienced in that a lot as well with, you know, some the foreign shows that I'm watching on the channel, like the C dramas, K dramas. You will see that these shows are like, I watched Nirvana in Fire, right, which is a C drama from China, and that was I believe it was 54 episodes. 54 episodes, one of the most incredible story writing that I have watched in my entire time of watching TV. It's in my top 5 shows of all time. And it's just that great. It's just a great it's just a great show. And a lot of these shows, they don't get the shine, and I'm probably the only person on YouTube that actually watched that show. Well, I don't know, not on YouTube, but I'm saying like reacted to it. That's what I should say. I think I'm the only person that have reacted to that show on YouTube. I don't know if anybody in China has actually reacted to it on YouTube, but I know that I know if you look it up, I'm probably the only one that has reactions for Nirvana in Fire on YouTube, because this is stuff I want to explore and enjoy. And if people suggest it on the channel, I'm going to try to check it out. It may not be now. It may not be 6 months from now. It may be a year from now. I remember that suggestion, and I say, you know what, let me test out the show, because I want to experience everything from every culture when it comes on to TV shows to see. Because you see guys, look at Squid Game. Look at Squid Game. That's coming out of Korea, right? And I didn't even know that they were doing shows like this. You know what I'm saying? And Squid Game literally took over the internet. Literally took over the internet. You know what I'm saying? So they're great stuff out there, and I think we should check them out from different countries and stuff like that that create cinema. We should definitely check them out as well, because you never know. You might be surprised, because you know, when it comes on to especially the stuff that is coming out of Hollywood these days, it's so woke. You know what I'm saying? It is so woke. It's getting ridiculous. The stuff that they're putting out, it's just everything. All of this stuff is just being forced down your throat, and you're just like, can we just have some normalcy? You know what I'm saying? Everything, there's an agenda attached to it these days when it comes on to TV shows. It's so hard to find good TV shows to watch these days that doesn't have an agenda. It's so hard. They're so far and few in between. It's getting nuts, man. But Peaky Blinders, now that I've finished the series, now that you guys have finished the series, let me know what you thought of the series in the comment section, what you thought overall of a score you gave it. I gave it a 9.9. As I said, very subjective. It's just how I feel about it. If you have a problem with anything that I said about the show, and all the aspects of the show that I talked about, the story, the you know, the fascists, all of that stuff that happened throughout the show, I don't want to go, you know, over the entire show that you know happened. I just wanted to talk about the stuff that impacted me, and what I felt like it meant. You know what I'm saying? And Peaky Blinders, it taught me some stuff, man. It really did, and it really made me feel for the characters and stuff like that, and the stuff that they were going through. It just goes to show you, man, being a criminal is not easy. That's why it's always like, I've always wondered why people choose to be criminals. It's like, and they're like, I didn't have a choice, and I'm like, well, yeah, you kind of did. You know what I'm saying? You really did, but you chose to do that. You chose to do that knowing what the consequences would be. And you know, some people do it for the fast money. Some people do it, you know, because, oh, they can't put food on the table, and this is the only way that they can see. You know what I'm saying? Some people blame racism. It's all sorts of reasons why people, you know, choose to be criminals. And hey, it is what it is with some of these people. You know what I mean? It's what they chose to do. So I'm not blaming you for your choice. I'm just saying you had a choice, right? So at the end of the day, you could have chose differently. No matter how you're gonna cookie cut it or an excuse to say this is why you did it. At the end of the day, even not having a choice, as you say, it's still having a choice. It's so weird, because we have free will and people decide to tell themselves they didn't have a choice to do stuff, and it's like, yeah, even when a gun is to your head, you still have a choice. You can choose, you know what I'm saying? It's like, some people will do what they have to do to survive, and that's cool. I'm talking about in those situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people really do feel like they're in a no choice situation, and it's completely understandable, to say the least. Completely understandable, but you still had a choice. Still had a choice at the end of the day. That's one thing that people cannot take away from you. You understand how it's something that what I'm saying brass tacks, literally nobody can take that away from you. But that's just my 2 cents on that. So let me know in the comment section how you guys felt about Peaky Blinders. Was it a good show for you? Did you watch it to the end just to complain or whatever? Were you revved up and it's like, why are you doing that? Don't do that. Be a good man. You know, you have those people, but they're very few people. But anyways, this was an incredible job that they did here with this TV show. I enjoyed it thoroughly from start to finish. There were some details that I forgot because I haven't seen the show, because the show came back 2 years after season 5 or 3 years or something like that. So there were some details that I did forget, but as I watched through the season, I started to remember a lot of the stuff that went down in the earlier season. So yeah, great stuff. This was an incredible show. They did an incredible job, and I have nothing more left to say about Peaky Blinders. Definitely gonna watch this again. Definitely gonna pick up the Blu-ray set when it drops, and I've been doing that recently as well with a lot of the shows that I've finished, to see, you know what I'm saying, that later on I want to watch them, I could just pop them in the Blu-ray player and, you know, just binge, you know what I mean? So appreciate y'all. Leave a like on the video, all right? And also let me know what you guys want to see next. Put that in the comment section as well. What do you want to see me react to next? There's another English show out there that's really good that I've never seen, and you enjoyed this one, and you're from England and you want to see more of my reactions, leave that suggestion down in the description under this video, and I will definitely add it to the list. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always, man. Thank you guys for everybody that watched my reactions from the beginning till now. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.